This is the Zemar Podcast. Elite Benefits of America helps small and mid-sized companies with their health insurance programs. And now, your host, Butch Zemar.
A lot of our so-called competition, they like to push products, and it's always the same product over and over again. Use the example of trying to replace a car, and like if it's a Chevy, you're just replacing another Chevy. It's all the same thing, but what are you doing differently? And there's sometimes it's only one or two or three things that end up saving them 10%, 15%. We don't really replace any products, but we give them advice, and obviously our time is valuable to give that, but we give this advice to save them money and move them to a different direction versus having them play this price game with the deductibles and copays every year. Even if you don't go to the doctor, there's still an increase the following year, and even if you have a great year, there's still an increase. And you could have no claims throughout the entire year. You're still going to expect some element of increase. And the letter's going to say something similar to the cost of medical services and, the providers in the area. Everything's gone up. So we're going to have to increase your premiums by X amount, whatever it might be. CFOs and even HR, if you want to go to that level, they don't scrutinize health insurance expense or employee benefit programs the same as they do any other expense in that bottom line. Just by going against what our industry is now labeled as the status quo, and we provide more value, different point of view on certain things. And here you're going home at night, putting your keys down on the counter, knowing that you just saved somebody $400,000 over 3 years. And I would say, if anything, that COVID has taught us is definitely, as entrepreneurs ourselves, but also the clients that we work with, you have to pivot. Business owners are going to have to look through a different lens. They can't go with the current renewal when they receive it and listen to the current broker and say, well, I went back to the carrier and they decided to take 3% off or 5% off. And all they did is renegotiate, or they switch carriers and say, hey, we're going to move you over here. We're going to bring that 25% increase you just got down to 15%, but your out-of-pocket's going to go up. It's just it's the rat race that the carrot and the treadmill just keep them moving, and they get more desperate for the carrot, and they just keep moving. And it's the way they've been doing business for the last, who knows how long, 30, 40 years. I know in other podcasts I brought up that, this is one of our biggest expense, including in the business as well as at home. A lot of us don't invest the time, enough time to actually understand how it all works. And the reality is if you look at any other consultant that comes into the workplace for an employer, they're doing the same thing, similar or very close to being the same, either performance-based or a management fee or like attorneys do retainers, but they're not charging until they actually perform actual work. A lot of employers look at us as that we're freebies, right? That's why disclosing what we actually make in commissions so that you could actually demand more out of the current model that you have with your current broker, so that you could get more value from them, because there's accounts and you probably, I know you've seen this, where there's accounts out there, they're ghosting the accounts, and the agency is making anywhere from 25 to 50 grand a year. And they're just kind of doing the bare minimum, doing the service work. They might have put them on an electronic Ben admin system. There might be some things automated, and it's very easy for the employer. And then all of a sudden they're in the background only talking 3-4 months in advance about the renewal. And then they do an open enrollment, and then they're done for a whole nother year collecting that commissions. And I think people need to be aware of it. I think employers are definitely opening up to different ideas. They're going to have to, because the COVID really put an impact. There's a lot of businesses. I have clients that went out of business during this time. Business owners have to open up, and they have to start looking at different avenues and at least getting a second opinion. Like, if they have loyalty and relationship with the current broker, that's fine, right? We could propose ideas and make some type of performance-based or management opportunity out of it, so that they could keep tabs and keep you on retainer to give you that advice, so they can keep the other guy in check.
Are you a CFO, HR professional, or owner of a company, big or small, and you're tired of the typical health insurance premium increases each and every year? Out of control premiums with no end in sight. Well, now there is the Elite Benefits Formula. This process has saved employers and their employees thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars each year. These strategies are avoided by most insurance professionals, and the insurance companies definitely do not want you to know about them. But Elite Benefits of America is ready to help you. Just about all employers in the Chicagoland area can now take advantage of some or all of these strategies and start saving money. Butch Zemar from Elite Benefits of America wants you to reach out to him today. Visit elitebenefits.net or call 708-535-3006.